We live in a time where identity, especially transgender identity, is both celebrated by some and challenged by others. Some see it as a natural expression of human freedom. Others see it as something strange or threatening. But step back and ask, what would a Stoic say? The Stoics didn't judge people by gender, body, or social role. They judged by something deeper, the character of your soul. For them, the real question isn't who are you on the outside, but how do you live on the inside? Imagine a person who feels trapped, pressured to live by other people's expectations instead of their truth. They put on a mask each day, and though society praises them, they're quietly miserable. They appear strong on the surface but are torn within. Now imagine the same person finally aligning their outer life with their inner reason and values. They walk lighter, act honestly, and treat others with compassion because they are no longer at war with themselves. The Stoics would say that second life is closer to virtue, because it's grounded in honesty, courage, and integrity. Stoicism teaches that virtue is the only true good. Wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control are the pillars of a good life. Everything else, wealth, status, body, even public opinion, is indifferent. These things don't decide your worth. They can shape experience, but they do not determine the moral quality of your life. Musonius Rufus argued women should study philosophy just like men, because reason belongs equally to all humans. That was a radical stance in a society that limited women's voices. If reason is shared by all, then dignity must also be shared by all, regardless of gender identity. That same principle applies today. The external form matters less than the inner capacity for reason and virtue. Epictetus, who was born a slave, understood this deeply. Society called him property, but he saw himself as free in the only way that mattered, free in his will, free in his judgment. If Epictetus could rise above labels forced on him, then we can see how a Stoic would reject labels that diminish the dignity of others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Your worth isn't in your body, it's in your choices, your thoughts, your character. To Marcus, the inner life defined the human being, not the external shell. So how does this apply to transgender lives today, and to how we treat others? Live with courage. It takes courage to live your truth in a world that may misunderstand. Courage was central to Stoicism, and it deserves recognition wherever it is found. Practice justice. Justice means respecting the dignity of every person. Whether or not you share their path, you honor their humanity. To treat someone unfairly because of identity is to violate justice, and in Stoicism, justice is never negotiable. Check your judgments. Epictetus warned that most suffering comes not from events, but from how we judge them. If you feel bias or discomfort, pause and ask, is this based on reason, or is it convention, prejudice, or fear I've absorbed without examination? Seek virtue over approval. If you're transgender, or simply different, remember that the crowd's opinion is fleeting. Living with integrity matters more than pleasing everyone. The Stoic asks not, what will they think of me, but what is the right action according to reason? See the shared spark. A Stoic sees beyond categories to the rational soul we all share. Identity may differ, dignity does not. To deny another person's humanity is to deny your own. And here's a deeper reminder. The Stoics constantly meditated on mortality. Marcus wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Life is short." If that's true, how foolish it is to spend these brief years excluding, shaming, or judging others for things beyond their control. Time is too precious to waste on division. Imagine a society guided by Stoic principles. A society where laws are written with fairness at the core. Where workplaces value integrity over conformity. Where families respect each member's dignity, even when choices differ. That's not fantasy, that's the Stoic cosmopolis, the world city where all humans belong. Stoicism reminds us that true worth isn't decided by labels, appearances, or roles, it's decided by virtue. A person living with honesty, courage, justice, and self-control is living well, whether they are transgender or not. So instead of asking, do they fit my expectation, a Stoic asks, do they live with virtue? That's the measure that matters. If this helped you reflect, tap subscribe and keep walking with us here at Stoic Principles. Because philosophy isn't about dividing us by identity, it's about uniting us in the pursuit of wisdom and dignity.